YouTube, what is going on? It's your boy Thwift here. Today I just kind of want to talk about something that's been weighing on my mind recently, and it has to do with the current state of Tekken 7 and Season 4. And if I gotta be completely honest with you, I think this is one of the worst states that the game has been in quite some time. And it's really sad to see it like that, because I don't know where the direction is headed from the developer's point of view. I don't know where they plan on taking the game. It seems like the next big content update is going to just feature another new character. That's what they're making it seem like. Now, I really hope that that's not the case. But this game, I've been playing this game for probably I've been playing the game since Season 1, but just in the last month, I'd say I've probably clocked in easily over 200 to 300 hours just in this game. I've been playing this game, grinding it nonstop, especially because now that I'm back to live streaming, which you guys should definitely go follow at twitch.tv/Thwift. Now that I'm back to live streaming, Tekken has been primarily my main game, and I've been putting in 8 to 10 hours into this game almost every single day, whether it be on stream or off stream, trying to get better so that my chat doesn't laugh at me every single day. But a glaring issue that I have noticed with the game is, for one, even after the stability updates and the netcode of Season 4, there is still a very odd amount of instability that's going on with the game. I noticed it maybe starting back a month ago, where games are constantly DCing, even when the connection feels absolutely perfect. Right now, I'm not. It just when you try to play a game, let's say you have a really frustrating game against maybe like a Kunimitsu or something, which fuck that character, by the way. Let's say you have a really frustrating game against a Kunimitsu, and then the next thing you know, you're loading up the next match, you're getting hyped trying to figure out how to beat her, and then it just goes to sinking, and then you DC from her. You go into the next match already with a sour taste in your mouth, because you have to wait like 10 minutes before the next match, and then the next person you find, the same thing happens again. It creates a really annoying kind of environment, and it makes it very difficult to grind the game online, because for some reason DCs are happening so often. Not only are DCs happening so often, but people are actually disconnecting from games on their own accord as well. And I don't know why this is still an issue. It's been an issue since day one, and it just doesn't seem like Tekken has ever, or Namco has ever really addressed it. And I feel like that's a really unhealthy thing that's in the game, and it doesn't seem like they have any intention of really fixing it either, which is kind of where my frustrations are coming from in this game. It doesn't seem like they are extremely focused on some of the glaring issues that are in the game. For example, cheating is at what seems to be an all-time high. Instability is popping up like crazy for people everywhere. It's not just me. I've been hearing so many people complain that people are either DCing on them with involuntarily, or they're just randomly lagging like absurd amounts, even with great internet. I've fought a lot of these people on a consistent basis, and they've been having a lot of issues with it. And I don't know if they plan on fixing it. I believe the next content update is supposed to bring in a new character. I don't know if it's going to be Jun. I don't know if it's going to be Christy. Either way, I feel like the Namco is releasing too many characters. And they're not really focusing on some of the bigger aspects of the game. I think we made a huge stride in improvement with the netcode. I feel like that was probably the best change, and they are slowly implementing things that are extremely great for the game. For example, the frame data, I don't think it should have been paid for. I think it should have just been in the base game. They should have just added it for free. But it's a step in the right direction, and I think that's something should be said about that. And then with the but the main thing is I don't think we need another character in Tekken. I don't even know how many characters are in this game, but there's just too many. I swear, there's like 55 characters or something. And I feel like they are pumping out characters so quickly. And all of these characters, they are just so insanely strong. I did a tier list on my stream the other day, and we counted, I believe, 6 to 7 characters were DLC that were in the top 12. I mean, say what you want, but the DLC characters that they are releasing have just been absolutely bonkers, and I don't know if the developers really know how to balance the characters. I'm not a developer, and I don't know much about balance. Obviously, I'm not the best player in the world, but I don't think you need to be Knee in order to understand that Fakumram, this piece of shit right here on my screen, or this moron too, or even that one. I don't think you need to be one of the best players in the world to understand that these characters are extremely overloaded at certain points. Zafina is constantly crushing mids and getting maximum damage combos. Leroy and Fakumram, I don't even need to get into them. Even Ganryu has his moments of being pretty annoying. I don't have too many gripes with him, but that's besides the point. I'm just kind of making this video to say that it's a really weird state that the game is in right now, and even though I've been playing it more than ever, it just seems like I'm really worried about what the developers are wanting to do with the game. Because I was thinking about it, and it feels like they're just kind of pushing out these overpowered characters for the sake of getting money out of people. I don't think they really, I don't know how much they truly cherish the game. I feel like that sounds scummy to say, but realistically, I think there's a good reason behind it. If they can release some overpowered character such as this and get people to pay them $5.99, because one, they need to lab the character, and two, a lot of people want to play what's best, then, you know, why would they not do that over putting in something like cosmetics? Because the cosmetics in this game are terrible. I don't know why we don't have better options or even more options, but like there's so many different ideas that they could do towards the game that don't really mean investing money into a new character so that they can sell them for an easy profit. And if they make him absurdly overpowered and almost necessary to lab, people are going to need to buy it. It's almost going to be needed. So I kind of wanted to vent my frustrations with the way that the developers have been handling and going about the game. They've already made tons of questionable decisions in the past, and I don't know if they truly understand some of the balance updates that they've done. Certain characters have been basically pushed all the way to the very bottom, almost to the point of no return, because due to massive power creep in this game, especially with DLC characters, and then you also have the all the changes to damage scaling, and then you have the changes to the 5 more HP. These kinds of things add up, and then the low tier characters, I think Tekken's a balanced game, but the low tier characters really can't keep up with the high tiers in most scenarios. They have to work extremely hard, and I don't even play a low tier character, but I've dabbled in a lot of those characters, and it just feels like they cannot compete in a lot of scenarios. Like, what the hell is an Eddie gonna do to a Fakumram? It's just a mismatch in every way, shape, and form. It feels like almost to the point where Eddie or Bears feel powerless in a lot of situations. Obviously, I think in the right hands, any character can be utilized in a way that is so powerful. But those are dime a dozen players. Sorry if this just sounds like kind of like a baby rant, but it really is kind of upsetting that Season 4 turned out to be such a disappointment for me, because with the netcode coming out and all of these new moves coming out, it just it feels like the game has progressively gotten worse, and I'm really worried about what they want to do next. I don't think the game needs a new character. Personally, it's the game is so over bloated right now, and it feels rather imbalanced compared to earlier seasons. I know that it's gonna be a meme that like Season 2 Steve was so strong, and Season 1 Dragonov and Season 1 Jack, all of that. But I personally feel like the game was in a way more balanced state before Season 3s and 4. I could be wrong on that, but that's just my personal opinion from somebody who's played that long. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video to share my frustrations on the way that the devs are kind of going about making the game. I don't know if they have a specific direction. I don't even know if they want to just release a new character for the sake of getting people to pay $5 for it so they can lab it and play it. I don't really know. I definitely wouldn't want to see a new character, but it looks like that's the route we're headed. This video probably was not very informative or great, but I don't know. There's just been a lot of stuff weighing on my mind, and this would be a lot better of a conversation than rather just me ranting about things. So if you guys do have anything you guys want to talk about, be sure to leave a comment. And I'd be willing to go into more depth on why I feel the way that I do. I didn't want this to be an extra, like a super long video or anything, but I did just want to put out a little rant on why I am extremely disappointed with Season 4, and I don't know if they're going to be able to redeem themselves. I really do hope for the best, but I feel like they're setting a bad precedent for the future with some of the practices that they're putting into place. I almost see it like store mounts in World of Warcraft. And a lot of people question why store mounts in World of Warcraft are bad, but it's that they are putting a lot of time, effort, money, and resources into a very specific thing that, for the most part, will not help the game. It might even hurt the game because they are devoting so much time and effort into one part of the game, whereas they could be devoting time and effort to a part of the game that will actually accentuate the game in a more positive way. That's just kind of where I feel like there's not enough communication on the developer side, and I don't think they've even really tried to reach out to the community to ask. But yeah, I just thought I would vocalize some small things. If you guys have any opinions on how you feel about Season 4 and what's to come, please go ahead and leave a comment. I'm going to be responding to everything because this is a topic that I really do want to talk about, because Tekken's currently my favorite game, and it gets very frustrating to play it after multiple hours on end every single day. And I know what you guys are thinking, if you don't like the game, you could just play another one. And sure, that's fair and everything, but realistically, I want the game to be good because I love it so much. With all that being said, though, guys, I'm sorry if this was too ranty and if there wasn't enough information. Really, I would love to talk more about it. And I feel like I have a few good points. If you guys want to leave a comment, I'd be glad to talk more about it with you guys. Or you guys can join my Discord. I'll leave a link in the description below. You guys can follow me on Twitch if you guys want to see me play, if you guys want to have some fun. There's a ton of fun challenges that we do, and it's overall just a very good time and a very positive atmosphere. So overall, boys, sorry, I'm new to YouTube videos, but anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys for watching, and until next time, boys, see ya.